And when we can trust God and give him those burdens, as saying, it's like handing it over, right? We're not gripping it, holding, saying, no, I'm going to worry. I'm going to feel anxious. I'm going to feel exhausted because I run my mind down, and my body, my physical body now feels tired, right? But we're saying, Lord, I give it to you. I give my burden to you. And in a result, you give me rest. And in that process, you're teaching me something. You're teaching me to trust you more. He's teaching us something in the process of resting. So listener, I would encourage you to say, what is the Lord teaching you to trust him in? While you rest and wait on what he has told you, what you're believing for, while you're resting in him, what does that look like for you? Is it your health? Is it your marriage? Is it your children? Is it yourself? Is it forgiving yourself? Is it forgiving others? Is it healing? Is it waiting on to buy a house? Is it waiting to get an apartment? Is it getting a used car, a new car? There's so many things, right? Is it our mind? Is it a warfare of our mind that we're going through, right? So when we're saying, Lord, I give this to you, I release it to you. If you have to do it day by day, moment by moment, Lord, I hand this over to you. I hand over this situation to you and say, you take it, Lord. And then while you're waiting, you're trusting God. He's teaching you something out of it, right? So I think that's so beautiful that the Lord doesn't just say, give me your burden, right? Trust me, and I might give you rest. He knows, I will give you rest. If you give me your burden, he's such a loving and a kind father. I will give you rest. You're trusting him. So listener, I want to encourage you today to trust in God no matter what you may be facing. And then in a result, he's going to give you rest, and he's going to teach you something along the way. He's going to teach you something in the resting. Does that mean we just sleep all day and we're stagnant? No, that means we still live what God wants us to do, right? We're still going through what the Lord has us going through. Whether it's a season of resting, of wilderness, on the valley or the mountaintop, serving or not serving, right? We have to keep our relationship with God. It's so important, because if we don't, if we start slacking off in reading, we start slacking off in praying, we start slacking off in fasting or our time with just Jesus. And I'm not saying it has to be perfect, right? That's not what I'm saying, because we're all different in different seasons. Like, I am pregnant right now. I'm going to have a baby soon. My season's changing, right? Your season maybe you don't have children in the house. Maybe your children are older, are younger, and your time with God looks a little different. That's between you and God. But what I'm saying is not to neglect the time with the Lord, because we will find rest in him. We will find peace in him, and we can trust him that he's a good father.